Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Ah, traveler. You have come at just the right time. I have something for you. You're certainly very familiar with the kind of work we do, but I'm afraid this has nothing to do with any of the above commissions. Please take this brand new Adventurers Guild notebook. The Adventurer Handbook is for recording details of your completed commissions and intel on all sorts of monsters, whereas this notebook is for recording the marvelous people and wonderful events you encounter on your travels. I hope it will be of help to you. Anyway, that's all for now. My commission is complete. Safe travels, traveler. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Yes, that'll do. Just a quick and simple cleanup job. Ah, little one, you're just in time. Oh, look at you. I can tell you're thinking. Oh no, she's going to send me off on some pain-in-the-neck errand again, isn't she? Don't worry. I was just going to say that we finished renovating the shrine and are preparing to roll out a brand new service. Now, I haven't had the chance to announce it yet, but here you are already. Wouldn't you agree that's good timing? See this offering box beside me? There's going to be another place to make wishes here soon. That's different. Fortune slips are about telling fortunes, whereas this is about making wishes. Now then, close your eyes, make a wish, write it down on a prayer plaque, then hang it up on this rack here, and maybe your wish will come true. Of course, but as for which wishes come true, that is up to the gods who watch over us all. Powerless Guji that I am, I can only help you in mortal matters. If that's what you wish for, then why not try it out? Here, take this fortune paper. It's left over from writing fortune slips. You can have it. Try writing your wish there. That might make it more likely to come true. When have I ever lied to you? Hurry up now, little one. It's time to make your wish. Remember to write your wish on the fortune paper, then stick it to the prayer plaque and hang it on the rack. After that, your wish will be made. Yes, nice and solemn. Very good. All right, little one, back to business with you. Remember to keep your ears pricked and your eyes open. After all, the person you wish to meet might just be sitting at some noodle stand, having themselves a lovely bowl. And bring me back one while you're at it.
Aino? Present!
Huh? That's not the price we agreed on. What do you think you're playing at?
Dear Miss Jahoda, if you manage to return the object of your next commission intact, then I assure you your reward will be paid in full.
It wasn't my fault. How was I supposed to know a bunch of monsters were gonna jump me out of nowhere and knock me into that river?
Might I also ask that you don't spread so much misinformation to our clients when you're escorting them in the future?
I wasn't spreading misinformation. Most of what I said was based firmly on the truth.
The master bandit who has stolen from every town and village in Nodcry.
That was just me trying to sound cool. No one told me the client was from the Fontaine Guards. She wouldn't stop questioning me the whole way. That woman takes herself too seriously. No sense of humor at all. I can't believe she asked the guild to revoke my membership.
The fixer who protects all of Nasha Town.
I was talking about Boss Neff. I was telling the client about her.
Regardless, Miss Jahoda, if you wish to take on any more commissions in the future, it would be best.
I know. Be careful what you do and say. Boss Neff's always yammering on at me. But my mouth gets all itchy when I don't use it too long.
Perhaps you could take a few pointers from our experienced adventurer here.
The Traveler? I guess she's not the worst person to learn from. But you're gonna need to wait for me to take this reward back to Boss Neff first. She ain't gonna be happy that it's not the full amount. I feel a lecture coming.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Did it really go this way? I don't see it anywhere. Ugh, I'm so tired, I can barely take another step. But if I don't find it, Boss Neff's gonna be real miffed. Ugh, stupid cat! Ah! Don't sneak up on me like that! Good thing you're here, though. I don't suppose you've seen a black and white striped cat around here? It's got a huge tail and a blue bow around its neck. Yeah. I don't know why, though. Boss Neff suddenly got it in her head to send me out here on this gig. Said I needed to pay close attention to my surroundings. I told her if she wanted to find a cat, she could just put up a commission at the guild. They're always running around helping people find stuff. But she insisted I go looking myself. I've been wandering around here all day without spotting so much as a strand of fur. If I go back empty-handed, Boss Neff's probably gonna scold me. Ugh, what am I doing yammering away? I need to get back to searching for that blasted cat. Hey, Furball! Where are you? was just passing through. Seriously? How many times do I have to say it to get it through your thick metal head? Drat. I felt bad when I spoke to her like that last time. And I really want to say sorry, but it's so hard to say it out loud. Anyway, I'm dumping off some excess scrap I don't need. Got them during a commission. Yeah. And I even went out of my way to get these components. What am I doing? Come on, Jahoda. It's not that hard. Just gotta apologize to Nefer.
Thanks a bunch. Traveler, you're here too? Wow, today's a great day. Nefer, get more crumb cakes ready.
How does she say this stuff so naturally? Come on, I've got to get it together. Nefer, about that time I, called you a dumb metal face. That was on me. I'm sorry.
As far as I am concerned, my face is indeed made of metal, so I agree with that aspect of your assessment. However, I disagree with the rest. The logic module that Aino created is not dumb.
Huh? So, do you accept my apology or not?
You do not need to apologize to me, Jahoda. You should be apologizing to my logic module. It is not a dumb, and neither is the one who made it.
Only because she asked me to. She didn't want to disappoint Jahoda, so I raised it. Just a little bit.
So you're just making fun of me?
I am not. As a matter of fact, the aforementioned module truly is all Jahoda needs to apologize for. A portion of said module's external monitoring port is located in my eye. Please make eye contact with me and apologize to it.
Yikes. Okay. I'll just spit it out. I'm sorry. Logic module that Aino made for Nefer.
Very well. My logic module and I forgive you, Jahoda. Have this lockaberry crumb cake as your reward. It's freshly made. Aino, traveler, you two are welcome to have some as well.
Finally. I finally managed to say it. Even though it turned out a little weird, that took more out of me than exploring a whole ruin. I know. Still, is it just me, or is she a bit chattier than usual today? Funny? Is she supposed to be funny? Wait, why are you bringing this up? And Nefer, don't take the crumb cakes away. I haven't eaten mine.
No. After all, you now need to apologize for something else.
Huh?
I know. Please adjust my humor level back to its default value. Jahoda, please take a seat.
Don't point that vacuum cleaner at me! I know! What the heck's going on?
You will not leave until you are amused by my humor.
Hoo-wee! Today's crumb cakes sure are yummy. Nefer's gotten a lot better at cooking, hasn't she? Nah, they'll be fine. They're just like that. Let them work things out. That just means we get to eat their share of the crumb cakes.
A base of dandelion wine, aged for 25 years. 1/7 part bittersweet liqueur, filled halfway with fizzy zaytun peach pop.
All 3 of those ingredients are fairly sugary. It'll have a lovely sweet aftertaste, even a little too cloying. A spoonful of salt and half a spoon of powdered summer orchid leaf should cut through the sweetness in a way that's clear but not overpowering.
I can imagine it now. A delightfully layered flavor.
It's all down to the seasonings you sent me, Lady Nefer. Otherwise, I'd have no idea how to mix up a cocktail that so befits Nodcry.
Just a little gift. I'm glad you liked it. I'll be happy to send more when you run out.
Many thanks. Though I think 1 taste is enough where these seasonings are concerned. Besides, you sent so much I could hardly finish it by my lonesome. And my colleagues aren't accustomed to these flavors, so I can't even share around. I'm afraid they'll end up sitting on a shelf, going to waste.
Can't say I'm surprised your colleagues at Liyue's Ministry of Civil Affairs aren't too keen. I wouldn't expect the flavors of Nodcry to be their cup of tea. Though, from what I've seen, might I presume that we've won you over?
I wouldn't go that far, though it's not like I dislike the food here. It's good to try new things occasionally.
I love your attitude. You'd make a great businesswoman. It would be nice if everyone from the Ministry of Civil Affairs were like you.
Come on now, are we going to do this song and dance every time I drop by? Stop fixating on the Ministry. Never mind them. Have you managed to carve out a single foothold in Liyue after all these years?
You know what they say over there. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. If I don't test the waters, how will I ever know?
Don't waste your energy. No matter how long those claws of yours are, you're never getting them stuck into Liyue.
Is that a warning?
It's advice.
Long claws, you say? I wouldn't think myself so formidable. There's barely a handful of people I have any influence over at all. I can only really think of one young girl who listens to what I say. But she's not the brightest. And I spend more time looking after her than getting any help.
Oh, really? Then I guess that painter who fishes in Dihua Marsh, and that apprentice who makes tofu in Qingsa Village, and that guy who wants to work at Wanmin Restaurant. All these people who mysteriously appeared in Liyue. I guess you have no idea who they are?
Many people pass through Liyue Harbor every day. Far too many to count. How could I possibly know every last one of these enigmatic nobodies? Though I must say, your memory is quite impressive. Your colleagues must sleep easily knowing they have you to lean on.
Why, thank you. Though with you around, nothing is ever easy. I can only say that there's never a boring day.
Is that so? Surely your workload has lightened now that you're far from the Ministry? If you've got time for another drink, I'd be more than happy to mix you one. Here's to a relaxing day for us both.
Hey there. A drink or two? Or perhaps a room for the night?
Here. Taking a moment to unwind every now and then does wonders for the mind.
I'm in full agreement. Though some strings must remain drawn tight, Lady Nefer. Just in case.
Now that I've finished all the new books that have come out lately, maybe I should start on my backlog.
Newspapers, anyone?
This book looks good. I'll take it. Wrap it up with the 2 from before.
As you wish, Miss Nefer, though. And do forgive my forthrightness. The author of those other 2 books really shouldn't be relied on. Even in the Nasha Express, he stands out for how much he likes to run his mouth. Here, look at this. The art of reading others, and then the art of social intercourse. He doesn't even dare use his own name.
Don't worry about it. I'm buying them for that young madam I have working at the curatorium. Hopefully, she might learn a thing or 2. Sure, a little light reading won't hurt her. She's so brash and reckless. Why, I can barely send her off on any critical work without feeling ill at ease. Yes, and wouldn't it be interesting to see who's more unreliable? This author or Jahoda? If it turns out to be the latter, well, that would be quite the headache. I'll probably need to encourage her using some other incentive. The people of the academia may be clever, but those clever people simply can't stop themselves from doing stupid things. Thank you, most eminent Lord Sangama Bey, for improving my mood for the whole morning once more. Ah, and this bottle of wine from Sumeru. Its exquisite flavor is well worth the price.
As long as you like it. Next month, I'll be sure to have my subordinates deliver more. Please don't like it, please don't like it! This bottle is so wallet-smashingly expensive. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't absolutely have to pave the way for our future collaborations.
1 jug of wine's enough for today. Just put this round on my tab and we'll settle it at the end of the month. Oh, and don't include Jahoda's secret snack order. She's footing that bill herself. I know Dory's spent a lot of money trying to get a deal from me. I shan't say no to free drinks, but perhaps it'd be best to leave her some room to wiggle.
No problem. I'll send the bill over in a few days. Am I going crazy? Why is Nefer being so straightforward this time? Don't dwell on it, Dory. Just focus on getting the deal first.
Why so hasty? Please, after all the trust I've placed in you, surely it's unbecoming to fleece a fellow countrywoman over a simple drink? Dory, oh Dory, the deal is yours, but the money? Oh, we're going to split it.
Oh, come now. Even sisters need to settle accounts clearly. Let's put the Mora on the table first, so we don't run into trouble down the line. I don't like that look she's giving me. She wants a cut of the deal, doesn't she? That's going to be a pain. How much should I let her have?
Just some hometown gossip. You're welcome to join us if you'd like. However, nothing we've discussed prior has been particularly interesting. Mostly more of the same. But really, I must know, Miss Dory, why did you want to get involved in that fiasco at the Academia? It's a simple feat to lift a sleeping serpent from its nest, but what happens when it wakes up? Had you no fear of getting bitten?
She just won't stop! Why is she bringing this up again? I already answered this question! Wait, now that the Traveler's here, could she be using this information to exchange for some favors down the line? Oh, well, the Traveler's the one listening in. What harm could that do? May as well help our personal relationship along, even if it costs me a secret or two. Why, business, of course. Sometimes you just need to learn how to wrangle snakes. That fiasco gave me one of the biggest orders of my entire career.
Oh, fascinating. So, did you profit from it all? I heard that after Azar fell, a certain group of cowards fled Sumeru. That must have played havoc on your trade routes, with no small amount of goods lost in the process.
Right, and a sizable sum of Mora, too. But that's just life as a merchant. You win some, you lose some. Even big losses are small problems. With money, more helping hands can be found and more goods purchased. But I had to retain the ability to do business in Sumeru.
Much like Genius Invocation TCG, then? It doesn't matter if you win or lose or how many cards you have in your hand. Retaining the right to sit at the table and play is a victory in its own right.
That's right. As long as I can still do business, I can recoup my losses eventually. But I'll never leave the card table I sit at. Sumeru, that is. If I did, I'd really be left with nothing.
My. I didn't know you loved your homeland so much.
Well, I love Mora, and I'm the best at earning Mora in Sumeru.
Your senses are certainly sharp when it comes to business, Miss Dory. Even now you prove yourself worthy of the title you claim. And those cowards who fled will never be able to play at your table ever again.
Hello there, traveler. Fancy running into you here. I was just out patrolling the area, cleaning up a spot of wild hunt unpleasantness. And now here you are. This is quite a ways from town, and the area's teeming with monsters and the wild hunt. If you need me to escort you back, I'd be more than happy to oblige. Ah, I see. In that case, I'd better not distract you. Well said. And I have witnessed your skills already. But it would be rude not to make the offer, having found you alone in the wilderness. Anyway, I'd best be going. If you do find yourself in need of help, you know where to find me. I'll always be ready to answer when you come knocking on my door. Gemstones reflect the light differently in different environments. A gem by candlelight flickers like flame, while a jewel beneath the moon seems like a tear-filled eye. There are 1,000 forms to beauty, and gems are cut 1,000 ways. Such is the complexity of things both elegant and timeless. I'm in the habit of collecting these old gemstones. Some are even from other nations. Feel free to enjoy this collection whenever you please. Being as old as they are, they have lost some of their glow and appear a little turbid. They cannot compare with the brilliant luster of a newly cut stone. Do be careful when touching them, so as to not damage them. I've left most of them in their original casing.
Repairs complete. It was just an old circuit, nothing serious.
Such remarkable efficiency, Miss Nefer. If it weren't for you, this streetlight would have had me stumped. If it had proven beyond fixing, I may have had to take my own lantern and hang it in its place.
Aino previously proposed a solution. She said she could train the Ratniki so they'd have the basic knowledge to perform simple tasks, like repairing circuits. That way, you wouldn't need to inform Aino every time a streetlight goes out and then wait in the dark until I arrive to repair it.
Yes and no. Strictly speaking, maintaining the brightness of the lights has been their traditional role. Before the use of kuvaki became widespread, the streetlights were powered by regular oil. Back then, people were needed to light and extinguish the flames. Because of how dangerous said streets were at night, the Ratniki took on this role. They already carried lanterns, in any case, and were adept at using them while fighting. But as I'm sure you've already noticed, the current streetlights are powered by kuvaki, and it's not so easy to light or extinguish them using traditional means. Because of this, whenever a light goes out nowadays, all I can do is stand here helplessly and wait for a professional to come along and solve the problem.
Aino organized an engineering seminar, but all the Ratniki made excuses to leave halfway through. They said things like, "I have an urgent task," or "I need to go on patrol," or "It's time for me to make a report."
I didn't leave. It is, after all, disrespectful to the host to leave a seminar early.
True, but the biscuits you brought were too much of a distraction for Aino. She stopped teaching completely. And then I was so busy trying to stop her from eating that I could not take over the seminar. So please, the next time you attend a class of any kind, don't bring anything sweet that might attract Aino's attention. And don't bring any toys either.
I promise I won't.
Please say it in full. The last time you promised not to bring anything sweet, you brought a toy, and Aino was completely unable to continue.
I promise I won't bring anything sweet, any toys, or anything else that might unduly divert Miss Aino's attention.
That's better. I'll notify you when she next holds an engineering class. For now, I have to pick some laka berries for her. Goodbye.
Traveler, do you know of anything else besides sweet treats, toys, and small fluffy animals that might keep Miss Aino quiet for a while? Half an hour shall suffice. Since you feel that way too, it seems I have no choice but to submit myself to her baptism of erudition. I only hope I don't drown in the ocean of knowledge she wishes to impart. Is no one here? Well, hello. This is certainly a most joyful encounter. Seeing you lifts my spirits after a somewhat disheartening trip. I wouldn't say anything's the matter, merely that I am dealing with some unexpected circumstances. I recently learned of a collector in Nasha Town who, due to financial concerns, has been obliged to offer a pair of ancient coins for sale. I'm told she's a little eccentric and doesn't reply to letters, so I came out here myself to see if I could arrange a deal. I needed to come to town anyway to pick up some supplies, so I thought I'd pay her a visit on the way. Unfortunately, she doesn't appear to be home. More's the pity. It's just a little hobby of mine. Everyone has something that tickles their fancy, am I right? For me, it's old coins and gemstones. Time is the best filter. Anything that can make it through the sieve of time is almost guaranteed to be of good quality. The style, pattern, and condition of a coin convey a lot of information. They can tell you, for instance, how many moons it has seen before finding its way into my hands. Think about it. A coin may have passed through 10,000 people's hands, brought them happiness or sorrow, and witnessed a multitude of moments in their lives. The weight of time it contains is far heavier than its appearance would suggest. It is a witness to the past and something that has value in the present day, which makes it more than worth collecting. These coins have been stuck in my mind these last few days. What do they look like? What stories can they tell? If I can't meet this collector, I fear all desire to return home shall desert me. Look at me, rambling on about coins without a thought for the friends standing by my side. Let me think of a more interesting topic to make up for boring you just now. Ah, yes. Recently, I purchased a beautiful azure gemstone from a Fontanian merchant. It had long slumbered at the bottom of the ocean until being recovered just some days ago. I was told it was once embedded in the sword of a champion duelist at the court of Fontaine, while another story claims it was a pirate crew's prized treasure. That's exactly what I thought. Whenever a merchant starts waxing lyrical and weaving tales, it's usually a sign that they don't have faith in their wares. Fortunately, I'm very good at appraising a gemstone's true worth, even if its owner hasn't the faintest idea what they're holding. Please, allow me to invite you to my residence once more. I have a feeling you'll appreciate the gem itself, and you may well find my valuation of it quite interesting too. I'll be waiting for you. This collector must be a busy person indeed. There is indeed quite a lot. After accounting for daily necessities and emergency supplies, there's still enough to set aside in case of sudden visits from my colleagues. After all, my personal requirements are modest. It would be a waste not to save the excess and use it to help others in need. Lamp oil, candles, leather, paper, and pens. Oh, and a few bottles of strong liquor, and some emergency food, of course. Judging by your expression, I can tell you're wondering, what emergency food did you buy? Exactly. These supplies need to stand the test of time, so all of this food has undergone special processing. I assure you, unless you're on the brink of starvation, you don't want to try it. The cured meat, for example, is as tough as tree bark, and the biscuits taste like tossed-out newspaper. Even if you soak them in milk or vegetable soup, the best you could hope for is soggy newspaper. Well, there are times when one has no other choice. I've tried to extract nutrients from this food before. Well, eat might not be the best word to use. I have a somewhat more efficient method. Here, I'll show you. I suppose you could call it cooking with fire. There have been a few more desperate moments when I've been trapped alongside other poor souls. You should know, if I were to use the method I've just shown you in front of my colleagues, it might leave them feeling uneasy. And so I have at such times been forced to attempt to swallow this food, as they would. Though try as I might, I really was unable to swallow it. In the end, I broke it down into smaller pieces, some of which I stuffed into my mouth and some of which I dropped into my lantern when no one was looking. Unfortunately, my colleagues noticed how slowly I was eating and mistook my reluctance for concern, believing I was eating less to allow them more. After that, they patted me on the back and enthusiastically filled my arms with more cured meat and biscuits. Indeed, I was grateful for their noble act of kindness, and can clearly remember the taste of cured meat and biscuits to this day. Gemstones reflect the light differently in different environments. A gem by candlelight flickers like flame, while a jewel beneath the moon seems like a tear-filled eye. There are 1,000 forms to beauty, and gems are cut 1,000 ways. Such is the complexity of things both elegant and timeless. I'm in the habit of collecting these old gemstones. Some are even from other nations. Feel free to enjoy this collection whenever you please. Being as old as they are, they have lost some of their glow and appear a little turbid. They cannot compare with the brilliant luster of a newly cut stone. Do be careful when touching them, so as to not damage them. I've left most of them in their original casing. Shh, a little lighter on your feet, if you wouldn't mind. The fish here are used to the quiet, which makes them very sensitive indeed to external noise. So as well as treading gently, we ought to keep our voices down when we speak. I once tried fishing while 2 ghosts nearby were chatting incessantly. Didn't get a single bite all day. Since then, I have resolved to greet any nearby ghosts and ask them to kindly take their conversation elsewhere before I begin. I very much wish to see fish on the dinner table tonight. I shall not go home empty-handed. This is a good one. Here, take this meat for yourself. Mine? Not at all. It belongs to itself. It sometimes brings me old bones to help with my puzzles, that's all. I should be clear. While I don't know what bones these are, I can say for certain they don't belong to any humans who slumber here or elsewhere. Bones are another thing that tickles my fancy. Sometimes when I see one that's a bit unusual, I'll pick it up and add it to my collection. Then when I'm feeling bored, I try to connect all my bones and create something whole. A bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You could call it a form of artistic expression. Even though each piece of this bone puzzle picture is unrelated to the next, and indeed they cannot possibly be related, just pondering how best to put them together and create something beautiful is an extremely relaxing process. Then, one day, an uninvited guest intruded on the room where I kept my bone puzzle picture. It was none other than the dog you saw just now. It did. By the time I entered the room, the little intruder had completely dismantled my picture. The second it turned and saw me, it bolted away between my legs. Luckily, all was not lost, as I'd already taken a photo of it. And more than that, now that my old puzzle was dismantled, I was free to construct an even bigger puzzle with my growing collection of bones. Which is how I consoled myself at the time. After all, the damage had been done, so why not look on the bright side? The next day, as I was just about to begin piecing my puzzle together, my four-legged guest returned, and this time it brought a mouthful of bones. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but its intent became clear when it laid its animal bones at my feet and then placed them one by one into my puzzle. After that, it simply sat down and looked at me. After I gave it some cured meat, it got up and left. Ever since then, it's dropped by from time to time to give me bones in exchange for food. I think you might be viewing this with a little too much sentimentality. It's just a dog looking for food, nothing more. I'm a source of sustenance, and luckily for my canine friend, I happen to be relatively generous. Not that that's a bad thing. I view it more as an assistant under my employ. It doesn't speak, and it leaves when I tell it to. That's pretty much everything you could hope for in an assistant. If you'd like, you can give it some meat. Sometimes it sits and waits by your side, which I think probably means it's still hungry. Perhaps it might be a little more friendly with someone such as yourself.
Almost there. That should do it. Once Nefer wakes up, I'm treating myself to 3 whole slices of cake. Oh, hey! Are you here to play? Sorry, but I'm busy right now. Just give me a bit. I'll be done soon. And Nefer's fine, by the way. Just undergoing some routine maintenance. But a few days ago, Jahoda called her an unfunny, dum-dum, metal-faced lunkhead. Right before starting her maintenance, she asked me if I could upgrade her sense of humor. Yeah, glad we're on the same page, and Nefer's the best. Okay, I'm going to activate her. And Nefer, wake up! Time to get out of bed!
Good morning, Aino. Good morning, Traveler. Aino, have you managed to upgrade my sense of humor?
Duh! Such a trivial task is nothing to a genius like me. Now, time to do some testing to see if the upgrades resulted in any hiccups. Nefer, can you add more sugar to my crumb cakes? Please respond to me in a way that is humorous.
I cannot. The more sugar I put into a crumb cake, the less sugar the crumb cake will have.
What?
The more sugar I put into a crumb cake, the more prone Aino will be to toothaches. The more toothaches she has, the less sugar she can consume. The less sugar she can consume, the less sugar I can add to the crumb cakes. Therefore, the more sugar I put into a crumb cake, the less sugar the crumb cake will have.
Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Help me with another test, will ya?
If it stays bad for a while, the traveler will crack a smile.
What?
You are not laughing, so I suspect I was not understood. Actually, the first joke I told used a deliberately flawed chain of logic. After confusing the relative relationships between crumb cakes, sugar, Aino, and Aino's dental health, I drew a ridiculous conclusion. That the more sugar I put into a crumb cake, the less sugar the crumb cake will have. For the second joke, I used a rhyme scheme between the similar sounding phrases, bad for a while and crack a smile, to express humor.
Okay, well, the jokes are funny, but the punchlines don't work if they aren't explained.
Yes. However, according to my database queries, such statements are considered humorous due to their chaotic structure and lack of direct causal relationships. Such chaotic sentences serve as a form of guidepost, while the humor lies in the explanation that follows.
Oh. Huh. Interesting. Infeea, write some of these chaotic jokes down. We'll get Jahoda to be our guinea pig. Traveler, why are you covering your face? You got a toothache? Have you gone on a sugar binge too? Huh? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're getting sick or something. Infeea, go make her something warm.
Understood. Maybe she ate too many hara fruit, a type of plant from Sumeru.
Huh? What do those have to do with any of this?
Because eating them can make you feel horrifyingly cold.
Hey! Wow, this update was a great idea! Give me another joke, Infeea.
Of course. Please give me a moment. Since there is no fixed formula for generating jokes like these, I will need to reorganize the relevant keywords. Three more to go. Familiar presence detected nearby. Hello, traveler. Yes. Aino enjoys eating crumb cakes made with fresher specimens. The ones at the marketplace today fell below her standards, and that is why I am presently here, carrying out orders to procure them. Yes, I am. How about you? Thank you for your concern. A few days ago, Aino adjusted my humor module, returning it to its original output. Because my efficiency in generating jokes decreased significantly after my first few responses. It was taxing to generate more afterward, and any forced results lacked humor. According to Aino, it is because the creative logic of these jokes is overly chaotic and my logic module cannot comprehend their creative principles. Therefore, I cannot produce content of substance. In order not to affect the logic module's operation, Aino decided to return the humor module's parameters back to normal levels. But if you enjoyed my sense of humor from before, traveler, I can notify Aino. Do you not like these types of jokes? Is that so? He must be someone of great skill. To think that he can generate consistently humorous jokes from such bizarre and chaotic creative principles. Of course, if you wish to ask me about adding more sugar to crumb-kakes, my answer is this. Crumb-kake recipes include specific quantities of sugar to be added. Adding too much or too little will affect the taste of the finished product. Of course, I am scanning the area to determine if it is suitable for a cooking demonstration. The results are not favorable. Backup plan activated. I will also write down the recipe and give it to you. You're welcome. If you have time, remember to come visit. Although my humor module has been restored to its original parameters, Aino has been researching the creative logic chain of these kinds of jokes. Should she manage to create a joke generation module, I will be able to continue telling jokes. Please look forward to this update, traveler. According to my list, I need to gather 3 more laka berries. Until next time.
Why is Jahoda just standing there? And she's asleep? Hey, what's going on here? Paimon feels like it's a bad idea for us to leave. Maybe we should ask Aino for help.
Keyword detected. Meditative state suspended.
Whoa! You gave Paimon a fright!
No, however, it was Jahoda's request. She asked me for a detailed analysis of the steps required to meditate and to mentor her as she practiced relieving her stress.
Jahoda's so stressed that she's gotta meditate to cope with it all?
I do not know. However, Jahoda said she has been suffering from insomnia for a while and was willing to try any solution she could. First, I let her stand in my kitchen, close her eyes, and focus on the fragrance of crumb-kakes. By stimulating her olfactory module, I believe there would be a decrease in activity in her cognitive module. It successfully stimulated her appetite. She consumed the finished crumb-kakes with incredible efficiency. Unfortunately, she consumed too many and proved unable to sleep that night.
That's normal. We're not robots like you, after all. The more we smell food, the more we want to eat it.
That is indeed true. Afterwards, I try to have her perform intense mental or physical exercises before bed. For example, cutting lumber, jogging, doing push-ups, boxing, and so on. Her body should have been able to enter sleep mode more easily following such sizable expenditures of energy. It did not. She finished half her exercises, realized she had an unfinished commission, and so rushed off to complete it. After she returned, she crouched down in a corner, hugging her knees and said, I was so tired from all that training. My legs gave out while guiding my clients through the ruins. I basically crawled the whole way. If Boss Neff finds out, I'm dead meat. Following this, she was once more unable to sleep. In the end, we decided to give meditation another try.
Boss Neff. No, wasn't me. Didn't steal your tea. Ugh.
Seems like the meditation was pretty effective. Jahoda's fast asleep.
I do not think Jahoda's sleep is related to her meditation. First of all, The meditation steps I analyzed are not suitable for her. The goal of meditation is to enter a deep state of tranquility, which can be used to enhance self-awareness. For an ordinary person, this deep state is close to dozing. For me, this would be closer to a low-power standby mode, where one cuts power to certain components. That said, were we to shut down some of Jahoda's components, I believe it would pose a threat to her personal safety.
So, meditation wasn't supposed to work, but Jahoda fell asleep anyway? Could she have been so tired that she just passed out?
In truth, I do not understand either. All I can do is tell you what happened before. When Jahoda lay down and tried to fall asleep through meditation, she suddenly said to me, "Don't run off too far, or I might get ambushed in my sleep. And then I'd be dead meat." I answered her, "Very well, I will remain here by your side." After that, like I do with Aino every night, I held Jahoda's hand as she slept. After a while, she did, indeed, fall asleep.
Dummy robot. This is something I did myself.
Yes. And if either of you need help sleeping, please consult me at any time. However, do note that I can only hold 2 hands at once. Oh, by the way, I have leftover crumb-kaki bolts from the batch I made earlier. I gave one to Jahoda. You can have the other. Goodbye. I hope you have sweet dreams tonight. Do you need any assistance sleeping? Since Jahoda's asleep, I have 1 hand for Paimon and 1 hand for you now.
Quiz time! What's the difference between a domestic duck and a wild duck?
One is domestic and one is wild.
Bingo! You got it! Okay, here's another one. What's the difference between those two and knuckle duckle?
Knuckle duckle is a duck with knuckles?
Wrong! Wild ducks and domestic ducks are ducks, but knuckle duckle isn't.
I see. Then, are robots people?
Of course not!
Oh, so I'm not a person.
You're Nefer, the one and only Nefer, my Nefer. Just like I'm the one and only Aino. You're Aino.
Understood.
How's the little deer, Nefer?
Its wounds are beginning to heal. Condition? Stable.
So that duck's medicine worked after all. Is it still in pain?
Pain is unavoidable. However, it will surely recover soon.
Okay, Nefer. Next up, make us some cakes. Oh, and crumb-kakes too. I bet it's gonna be starving when it wakes up.
You are speaking on your behalf, Aino, not the deer's. But rest assured, I have a recipe for animal food, which I will prepare shortly. You cannot consume food meant for animals, Aino.
Hey, I wasn't thinking about stealing a sick deer's lunch, okay?
We are. We encountered this deer under a cliff. It appeared to have fallen to the bottom of the cliff and it was badly injured. Therefore, we brought it to a town to visit a doctor. We also acquired medicine for it. Our current plan is to care for the deer until its wounds heal. Afterwards, we will bring it to a nearby forest before returning it to its herd. I know, we have discussed this before.
I can take care of it! I'll get up early to feed it. Heck, I'll even brush its fur!
The previous time you got up early to feed it, you hugged it and fell back asleep. Both you and the deer only finished half of your breakfast portions.
Well, that was that's...
When you were brushing its fur yesterday, you played ball with it, successfully distributing its fur to every corner of the room. And it clogged my vacuum cleaner when I tried to clean it up.
I just couldn't help playing with it. Fine. I'm sorry, I guess. But even if you say all that, No, I want to keep it as a pet. I'm already used to waking up early, giving it water, brushing its fur, then playing with it. If it suddenly leaves, I'll have trouble adjusting. The deer will too. Look, even the deer doesn't want to go.
I am incapable of understanding deer speech, Aino.
Well, just look at it. Haven't you heard actions speak louder than words? It loves me this much. If only the deer could talk. It could do all the persuading then.
And then I could tell it to stop helping you eat the vegetables in your breakfast every morning.
What? Nefer, how'd you know?
I did not know. It was merely a guess. You have proven it correct.
Ugh, you're such a big, sneaky, lying meanie, Nefer.
Tomorrow morning, I will supervise both of you as you take your breakfast.
Little dearie, you gotta eat your breakfast, or you're never gonna grow up big and strong.
I know. There is still lacquerberry residue hanging from the corner of its mouth.
Huh? What?
Its recovery is progressing smoothly. In a few more days, we can ask Miss Lauma to send it back to its herd. I know. I am sure you know that it deserves to go back home instead of staying with us.
But...
Did the Lady Moonchanter from the Frost Moon Scions not say as much when she came to treat the deer? Its family might be worried about it. Once it has recovered, it would be best to send it home.
I know, but, you know, it obviously hasn't recovered yet. Does your leg still hurt? Do you want to go home?
I know. Didn't the Lady Moonchanter promise us that she would come and pick up the deer? When the time comes, let's ask her to listen to what the deer has to say again. I know. Didn't the Lady Moonchanter promise us that she would come and pick up the deer? When the time comes, let's ask her to listen to what the deer has to say again.
This little one has recovered well, thanks to your diligent care. When I return, I'll ask around in advance. If fortune smiles on me and I manage to locate its herd, then the next time I come, it will be to send this fawn home.
But...
I understand. You cannot bear to see it leave. But this little rhyme-horned deer has its own family, and its father, mother, and friends must surely be worried sick. Once it is well, I believe it would be best to have it reunite with its own.
I know, but it's not well yet. Does your leg still hurt? Do Do you want to go home?
It says, it doesn't hurt anymore, but can you brush my fur again?
Okay, let me grab my comb. I just asked Nefer to make a new one yesterday. If you like it, you can take it back with you to your family. Wait. Where'd I put it? Let me go back home and dig around.
Then I shall take my leave. Once again, I thank you for taking such good care of the little one. I came in a rush today, so next time I shall prepare some gifts.
Do not force yourself to go out of your way for gifts, Miss Lauma. Aino loves the deer, and I do too. It is only natural for us to care for it. Besides, Aino and I are happy to have the chance to talk to it.
Is that so? Well, the rhyme-horned deer is very fond of you, too. I'm sure it considers both of you its true friends. I believe this is a friendship that will not fade, even if you are worlds apart.
Hello, Miss Lauma.
Hello, you two. Please allow me to inspect the little rhyme-horned deer once more. Yes. It's doing a lot better now. I believe it can take care of itself.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna take it home? Right now? I mean, its leg just got better. I made a perfect protective brace for it, which I haven't gotten the deer to try on yet, but once we get that installed, it'll be able to jump higher than any others in its herd. And there's food, too. And Nefer and I made lots of yummy food for the deer to take home because you're not gonna find anything as nice as Nefer's cooking in the forest, I guarantee it. And we also...
I know.
Can it stay here? Please?
Of course. I'll let them know. It says, thank you so much, Aino and Nefer.
Huh?
Please don't be sad, or I'll cry too. Actually, I'm almost about to cry, but deer eyes get uncomfortable when we do.
Then, could you maybe not leave? I'll make you some super comfortable bedding and get you all the food you could ever want.
And I will take responsibility.
It's asking you to go over and brush its fur.
Miss Lauma, are you certain you can find its herd?
If this deer had truly fallen off a cliff, as you say, then its family must have been working hard to find it. After I take it back, I'll first thoroughly investigate its past movement patterns, as well as the physical characteristics of the herd's leader. Although Nodcry's deer population is large and scattered, this simply makes success a question of time and effort, and of following the many intertwined clues to locate the herd.
Thank you. We will compile all the information we know and send it to you to aid in your search.
Then, will it be staying at the Frost Moon Scions for a while? Can I visit?
Of course. The doors of the Frost Moon Scions are forever open to you.
But it's still going to go home someday. I know how deer are. They don't stay in one spot for long, which means pretty soon I won't be able to find it again.
Yes, it is best for the children of the wild to return to the wild. However, it will take some time to locate its herd. While it stays with the Scions, you may feel free to visit at any time. I'm sure the little one has many, many more things it wants to say to you.
Then I'll visit the Scions every Tuesday. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I've got to do maintenance on Nefer. And on Thursdays, I have to sort out the circuitry around here, so I'm only free on Tuesdays.
Of course. Feel free to visit whenever the urge strikes you. Unless anything out of the blue occurs, you may always find me near the Frostmoon Scions Library.
All right, it's a promise. Let me think what else I need to tell you. Ah, right, I better write down everything you said. Oh, but there's so much I want to say and so little time.
I believe there will be enough time to say your farewells.
Take these snacks with you, and this hat I made with a Nefer. And, oh, right, your horns need some protective oil. Give me a minute.
The protective oil is with me, Aino. Let me assist.
It says I'm so lucky to be friends with you.
Am I using this wrong? Nefer, read the operation manual you recorded last time for me again.
I believe regular lubricant is already sufficient. There's no need to create a brand new product.
Aw, we're already here, aren't we? Come on, I just want to experiment a bit. Oh, hi there, traveler. Just the person we need. I bet you know how to use this crafting bench. Hurry on over and help me make a bottle of that... what's it called again? That cold... frosty something. Potential oil?
Frosting essential oil.
Yeah, that's the one. The cold stuff. I want to mix it with lubricant to create something special for Nefer's joints. I was gonna do it myself, but taking efficiency into account, it might be better if you helped me out a bit.
The truth is, Aino wasted all her ingredients trying and failing to make essential oil. We presently have enough to make only 2 bottles.
I didn't fail. I was well within the bounds of reasonable trial and error. Making essential oil is a piece of cake for me. Piece of cake. But since you're the professional, it makes more sense to let you do it now that you're here. Please? Wow, you really are a professional! Come on, Nefer, let's head back and mix up some lubricant. Trust me, this new lubricant is gonna solve your overheating issues. Easy peasy.
All right, Aino, but my internal components are not actually overheating while I'm operational.
Well, it doesn't hurt to be prepared. Thanks for the help. I only need one bottle, though, so you keep the other one. Anyway, it's time we were going. Stop by and play when you have some free time.
If the kids come over again today, I think I'll give them these toys.
Infeea?
Yes?
Do you like kittens?
Based on previous established patterns when you asked me, do you like snacks, Infeea? It was actually because you wanted them. Do you want a kitten, Aino?
Don't you think Ashrio's a total cutie patootie?
I know. We have discussed this before. Our house is not suitable for pets.
I know that. I don't want a cat or anything. I promised you, didn't I? But say, Infeea, don't you think cats are cute?
I think cats are very cute. However, it would be even cuter if you could make me a vacuum cleaner that does not get clogged by cat fur.
I'll make that for you later. But before that, let me ask you a question. Infeea, do you want to transform into a cat?
I know, I do not understand.
What? Infea's gonna become a cat? Traveler? Paimon? Are you here to play? Gotta say, your timing is perfect. Do you like snacks? I got snacks. You can have some.
Paimon loves snacks, but maybe she shouldn't.
What? Hey! When did you get a snack intake calculation module installed?
Oh, good thing Paimon ate before coming here. Otherwise, she wouldn't be able to say no.
That's because I heard some stinky brats gossiping and saying stuff like, "Ooh, Infea's always wearing the same thing. It's so boring." They're the boring ones. Infeea looks awesome, and she's super interesting. But I, gave it more thought, and when I was making Infeea, I never asked her if she wanted to look like this.
So, you want to give Infeea a new look?
Well, it's nice to change her clothes once in a while, right? But I'll only give Infeea what she wants. I'm a super open-minded parent after all.
The body you made for me is perfect and convenient. I pay such aesthetic concerns no mind. If I hear something terrible, I will simply delete it or deactivate my auditory systems. Thus, this is a non-issue for me.
So when Aino nags you about making krumkakes, will you also turn off your auditory system?
No, I listen to everything Aino says because she's an important member of my family. And what you say is also of great importance to me. You are all my dear friends. My current records indicate that a majority of conversation topics between Aino and Paimon include eating various types of sweets or sneakily discussing where they would go to eat. The last record occurred in the middle of the night, so I must recommend you two eat less.
Oh, you don't have to keep that sort of record.
On the other hand, the traveler's speech is divided between commissions, caring for and helping friends, as well as dealing with various kinds of dangers. Traveler, I recommend you rest more.
Well, you've got no work to do now, so I guess it's rest time. Which means I'm going to make a nice kitty outfit for Infeea. Help me out, Paimon. And I can make one for you while I'm at it.
Don't agree on Paimon's behalf. Well, unless it looks good, then Paimon thinks that wouldn't be so bad.
All right, then we're all set. Infeea, make us some krumkakes. Once you're done, we'll have your outfit ready. Let's see. I've got my wrench, my pliers, and my crumkake bolt. Huh? Why is there a crumkake bolt here? Ooh, and here, you can have this as a souvenir. It's just something I cobbled together when I was bored. It probably does something, but I can't really remember what right now. I'll tell you if I do, though. The most important thing right now is to make super cute cat outfits for both the Nefer and Paimon. What color should I... Never mind. I'll just lock the overall design in first.
Do not worry. Aino is an excellent craftswoman. I am sure whatever she makes will look great.
Little Chard, I think you're getting smarter. You actually pick out useful treasures from the trash now.
I'm 1,000 times smarter than you.
Oops, I was wrong. It's your arrogance that's been skyrocketing. Maybe I should take that flower back. Looks like someone is getting a bit too big for their britches.
I won't let you! And it's not a flower.
Yeah it is. It's the one I put on you last time.
Well, I won't let you take it.
Why?
Because it makes me smart.
Hey, Lauma! We're here to visit.
Yeah, boxes piled up everywhere, some of them opened up, loose items strewn all over the floor. Huh, isn't this supposed to be a library? Look, Llama's over there talking to a weasel thief. What are they plotting this time? Let's go see.
Be that as it may, we don't have any urgent excavation work for you at the moment, so please, stop digging holes all over the place, all right? That's a good child. Here, this Mora is for you.
That's the weasel thief from last time, right? What was Lauma saying? Have they found another relic?
Hello there, traveler, Paimon. Welcome to the library. Is there anything I can help you with? No. I was just giving the little one a bit of a stern warning. It's been getting a little overexcited lately, and it's starting to bother the community. Its passion for treasure hunting has only grown since we retrieved the lunar semblance. It comes to me all the time, asking when the next treasure hunt will be. I keep repeating that we now have more than enough documents and relics in our library to occupy our research. But alas... Yes, but it doesn't quite understand what constitutes a relic, so it simply digs up anything that seems valuable and drops it off here. It has at least promised me that it won't go digging around again, but there's already a big backlog of items from previous digs. There's no way around it. I'll just have to go through and sort them, one by one. Sorry, you two. I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you on your sightseeing today. Now then, what's in this box again? Now then, what's in this box again?
It's right next to Lauma. Huh? It took off.
Come here. Our little friend asked me to pass this Mora on to you.
Huh? Why would a weasel thief give her its Mora?
As I said, it greatly admires your treasure hunting abilities and wishes to join you in unearthing every treasure chest in this world. Consider this its deposit. When Mora is involved, a weasel thief never lies. Keep it safe. This coin represents an agreement between you and the weasel thieves. Or at least, this weasel thief. I wouldn't worry. I know I said it's an agreement, but I believe it just wants to make friends with you. It didn't know what kind of gift you'd like, so it chose to give you its favorite thing. Please do. If you're interested in taking up the offer, leave some dried lacca berries by your pillow when you get home. It's very fond of those. Not too many, of course. It might struggle to burrow its way home if it eats too much. If you're interested in taking up the offer, leave some dried lacca berries by your pillow when you get home. It's very fond of those. There's no need to apologize. I wasn't sleeping, merely resting my eyes. Besides, this child heard your footsteps and told me of your approach. Animals sense more than we humans. No doubt this is a blessing from the Creator. It acknowledges you as a kind soul. This child persuaded me to trick you by pretending to fall asleep. Let's see if she spies on you or tries to steal your food. Though I have faith in your noble character, even I couldn't help but be a little bit curious about what you would do. Besides, it seemed harmless enough. Can you forgive us? Oh, I completely forgot to ask. What is it that brings you here? So that's how it is. I thank you for your concern. All is well with me. As it so happens, we received a large amount of fresh fruit today. Perhaps you'd like to eat some with me? It doesn't wish to leave us. After a lot of lounging around, it's enjoying the commotion. May your road ahead be smooth.
There we go. Another task done and dusted.
it's you, traveler. I trust you're well. No, that's not it at all. It's just, my antlers are quite heavy. I almost toppled over. It gave me quite a shock. Indeed it does. As you've seen, my antlers are bigger than everyone else's. It can get quite exhausting whenever I have to walk long distances, which is why I try to find the time to come here and rest whenever I can. I fear I must have nodded off this time, however. I'm afraid nothing much helps beyond finding somewhere to sit down every now and then and taking a rest. Miss Aino once offered to produce a mechanical device that would help support my neck and antlers. While I was grateful, it didn't seem to be entirely... how should I put it? Yes, that's a fine choice of word. Someone in my role needs to maintain a certain image. As Moon Chanter of the Frost Moon Scions, it would be unseemly to appear in public with a machine around my neck. Indeed. That's actually... I must say I found that quite the amusing mental image. Thank you. A good laugh was exactly what I needed to chase the tiredness away. Don't be a stranger. Feel free to drop by whenever you're passing through. I'll make sure we have all the fresh fruit you can eat.
Huh? Isn't it... Skirk? Are Paimon's eyes deceiving her? What's Skirk doing here in Notcry? Exactly. And Dory's here too. We should go over and say hi.
Well, my. Such an exquisite radiant exoskeleton. Come, let me take a closer look, so I can make sure to offer you a fair price. Please, take a seat and rest a while. If you have anything you'd like to eat or drink, I'd be more than happy to...
Let's not waste time. Just tell me how much you're offering.
Of course. Just a moment. Remarkable. Not so much as a scratch. Even the very best bounty hunters would struggle to retrieve a radiant exoskeleton of such quality.
Skirk! Dory! What are you two doing here?
I came to look around Notcry, and thought I'd take the opportunity to make a little mora.
What's this? My most valued customer is already acquainted with my most valued customer?
Is Paimon hearing things? Or did you just say most valued customer twice?
Naturally, my most valued customers are equally valued, so you both receive my most effusive enthusiasm. Please, rest here a moment while I work the price out.
You've gotten stronger. It seems you haven't neglected your training since we last met. I see. Notcry is home to many worthy opponents. Should you overcome this trial, your strength will increase further still.
So, how have you been, Skirk? When we last saw you, you said fate would decide how we'd meet again. Well, Paimon didn't think it would decide so quickly.
Was it quick? It's felt like a very long time to me. My life will experience little change until a true turning point arrives. But as for you, you are at a pivotal point in your journey. Have care. Victory and defeat are seldom long-lived.
Excuse me, dear customer. After careful consideration, I'm prepared to offer you 6 million mora for these radiant exoskeletons. I assure you that this is the fairest possible price. While you might be able to sell a single item for 700,000 or so, when it comes to buying in bulk...
I'll take half of that in cash. I won't be staying long, so there's no point carrying around more money than I need. As for the other half, give it to these two in the form of food or supplies. You should have plenty of both in your stores.
Of course. I can see my most valued customers enjoy a very close relationship. Here's your mora. Please, do stop by again.
I'll be going then. Until next time.
Huh? Won't you stay for a chat? Oh, she's gone again. That's Skirk.
That's just how she is, sweeping in and out like a sudden gust of wind. I'm used to it by now.
Hey, that reminds Paimon. You haven't forgotten her somehow? Even though you've done lots of business together before? What's the deal with that?
Huh? What do you mean? The all-knowing Lord Sangama Bay keeps every customer near and dear to her heart. Fine, if you must know, she's not really my customer, but rather a guest of Miss Alice, my supplier. Miss Alice introduced her to me, and now she drops by from time to time to do business. She's the perfect customer. She always brings quality goods and doesn't care too much about the price.
Whoa! That's one suspicious-looking grin. You're not ripping her off, are you?
Ridiculous! A strong, mysterious customer like that who brings me valuable items? I practically worship the ground she walks on. Dory's Divine Bazaar is a fair and reputable business. Now, I promised I'd supply you with food, so it's about time I start hunting for ingredients. 3 million mora. What can I find that's worth 3 million mora? It looks like I'm going to have to dig out something very special indeed.
This.
Into the void!
I am Skirk, disciple of Sirtologi, the Foul. You've proven your strength to me along your journey, and earned the right to speak to me as an equal. Now, let me witness how your fate unfolds.
If it isn't the Traveler! Didn't expect to see you here! This surprise meeting is pretty sick. I should spin it into a tune right here! I sure am! Having a ball, to be honest. Fun is where the inspiration lies. Most of my songs might be about rebellion and breaking down prejudices and all that, but that doesn't mean I have to beat a serious rhythm all the time. Too much of a downer really ruins the feel of a song. You gotta keep it bright sometimes, you know? You gotta relax and recharge. That way, you'll be ready to kill it when it's time to perform. I guess I'm hoping for some sort of unexpected breakthrough? I've been so focused on writing new material, but everything I come up with feels old and stale. I need something new. So I decided to take a holiday to try escaping this prison I've built for myself. My last stop was Fontaine, where I saw a magazine with some photos of Nodcry. It got my creative juices flowing, and I was itching to find out more. Well, after looking into it, It turns out the whole atmosphere and way of thinking out here are like nothing I've encountered before. There's some group called the Frost Moon Scions who lean into some pretty far-out instrumentation. So I was thinking, maybe I could take some inspiration from the local folk scene and incorporate it into my own music. Sure! I want to try adding a few flutes and keys, plus some of the more out-there melodic phrasing. Obviously, I can't just flip genres completely. Still gotta keep the core lyrical and musical themes intact. Anyway, when I got to Nasha Town, I bumped my guitar case on some corrugated iron, and it made this really funky sound. I got this sudden flash of inspiration. I shouldn't just be looking for new instruments to improve my music. I should be trying to enhance my guitar's timbre, too! Oh, something like that. It's kind of hard to replicate a guitar with your voice, you know? Basically, I'm going for something punchy, compact, clean, and absolutely savage. If I could modify my guitar's acoustics, ramp up the compression, and add a second sound hole to boost the lower end frequencies, oh, I think I can get a sharper, more metallic sound. Thanks for the support. Oh man, my motivation's like a double bass drum going at 200 BPM right now. Give me a bit to play around with this and hammer out the kinks. I'll invite you to the official unveiling of my breakthrough sound soon enough. Huh. What style should I aim for with my next song?
And in summary, that's the commission we're here for. How's that sound to you, Jahoda?
All the same to me. You should ask yourself one question, though. You want to catch someone in Nod Cry? How many lives are you prepared to lose for it?
Well, I once read a story. It told me that if I find a deer with divinity, I could use its antlers to take my place for one death. And what do you know? Deer happens to be one of the Inazuman characters in my name, and I've got my own life to spare. That makes two. Oh, Traveler! What a coincidence! What are you doing in Nodcry? Another stop on your journey, perhaps? Sharp. I'm here in pursuit of a fugitive who fled Inazuma. He's racked up a real rap sheet, and he's always trying to flee further and further abroad. A few months ago, we received intel that he was hiding out in Nodcry and had joined a band of bandits. He soon returned to his usual MO, that is to say, robbing homes and raiding caravans. I think they called themselves the Seahook Gang or something. Word is they're quite a big deal in Nodcry and have taken in a fair share of exiled criminals from across Tevat. After that, I knocked on the doors of the Curatorium of Secrets, Mora in hand, and asked the boss to get me someone who could point me in the direction of this Seahook Gang. That's right. Judging by your expression, I'm guessing you're acquainted. I can tell. My intuition tells me that if Jahoda became a thief, even I'd never be able to catch her.
You can cut the chatter. Boss Neff gave me the job, so it's only natural I'd be good at it. But the Seahook Gang you're looking for isn't the original Seahook crew. The original gang's long since disbanded. The people calling themselves that now are just riding on the name and scamming folks left and right. Yeah, I guess I do, huh?
Interesting. This is news to me. Would you mind telling me more about this new gang of imposters, Jahoda?
What's there to tell? New or old, fake or real, the Seahook Gang are bandits. A bunch of scoundrels who banded together for Mora, then fell out over it. Their old leader wound up thrown overboard as fish food, while the underlings fought among themselves for the scraps. Some died, and others continued their wanderings. The long and short of it is that the old Seahook Gang are dead, gone, or both.
Wait. Doesn't that mean some of the suspects within could have started going around, committing crimes again?
When a house goes poof, the snakes and rats nestled within find other walls to burrow into. That's just how it is. Nobody wants to die out in the wilderness.
But for all the vermin out there, it's also the perfect time to find a good place to settle down, and maybe get a good roommate along the way. If I were a rat, escaping the snake would mean freedom from being hunted down and eaten. When you think about it, that's a good thing. In any case, you've been most helpful, Jahoda. Thank you for the intel. It seems the Mora spent on your services was well worth it. It's honestly a real load-off to know that these people are just imposters using the Seahook Gang's name. I'd have had to admit I was in over my head flying solo against the real gang, with its international cohort of goons and all.
Well, wait. You think you can take them on as they are now, all by yourself?
Yeah, more or less. After all, I'm only looking for our Inazuman fugitive. I'm not here to bring the whole gang to justice.
That's a bold statement, but whatever. I'll help you track the imposters down. What happens after, that's got nothing to do with me.
Your kindness is appreciated, but this time I'd rather this be a solo outing. Now, I suppose that's that. I'll leave locating them to you, Jahoda. As for me, I'll get to thinking of how I can haul this scoundrel back to Inazuma and have him confess his crimes. Something that'd get even the toughest gangster to spill his secrets most eagerly.
Okay. You're weirding me out.
Hey there. Looking for a drink or two?
This should just about do it. Traveler? Hello? I didn't think I'd run into you here. Right. I should have realized. Master Jean told me you'd be here. We just didn't know when you'd arrive. I didn't expect to run into you as soon as I set foot in Nodcry. Yes, the Grandmaster sent you a letter, didn't he? He also sent one back to Mondstadt, telling us all about how you were doing. Of course, all the knights back home are still figuring out how to support you. But the Grandmaster wrote that we shouldn't be hasty and that he already had everything in hand. Yep, the Grandmaster's always reliable when it comes to important business. So when he says he'll handle something, we know we can count on him. But of course, if you run into any trouble, remember that the knights will always be there to help you. Feel free to come look for us whenever. After all, you're our honorary knight, a valued member of our order. That's what Master Jean told me to tell you when I departed from Mondstadt. Huh? Give me a moment. I didn't bring any sweet madame with me, but I do happen to have a bottle of our best cider. Captain Kaya asked me to bring it along. He knew you'd miss it. guess he was right. Okay, I need a minute. I put it in my backpack and wrapped it in clothes. Oh, here it is. Go on. Have a taste. I did, of course. When I was leaving, the Grandmaster specifically asked me to bring some bottles of our very best dandelion wine for him. At first, Master Jean protested that my main objective on this long journey was to deliver letters to Nodcry, and she'd rather I not overload my luggage. She said someone else could transport it later. But after giving it much thought, I packed 2 bottles of wine for the Grandmaster anyway. Otherwise, he'd be talking my ear off about how wonderful dandelion wine is while waiting for it to get delivered. Oh, right. If you crave fresh sweet madams and steak, do come back and visit the Knights of Favonius' headquarters when you're free. That was what Amber wanted me to tell you. And that's all the messages I have for you. I should get going. Farewell, honorary knight.
Fruits from every corner.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler. It's been a while for sure. Didn't expect to see you in Nodcry. Oh, if only. Nodcry's even more lawless than I could have imagined. How should I put it? Well, that's just it. This place is quite literally a lawless land. Even if I was hired to provide legal assistance, I suspect it'd all devolve into everyone resorting to the Final Defense Manifesto to air their grievances. Ta-da! Here's your answer. The most direct method of self-defense. Okay, enough of that. The reason I came to Nodcry is to gather material for the new legal guidebook I'm co-authoring with Shinobu. The book's theme centers on the borders of law, and one of its chapters is about what happens when law and order completely breaks down. There's no way I'd be able to get an accurate picture of that back in Liyue. So here I am, this infamous land of lawlessness. As soon as I stepped into Nodcry, I knew I was in the right place. It's not like the law here has broken down. It's more like it never existed at all. And unsurprisingly, I haven't run into a single person in my line of work. Being a legal consultant here is probably an easy way to starve. Hey, don't worry. I've got Adeptus blood, remember? Ordinary bandits can't even scratch me. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for someone to come and accost me. Then I can drag them aside and interview them on how they survive in such a hostile place. Yeah, you have no idea. I spent so long convincing her to let me leave. I'm sure my horns grew out a little. Why, yes, we talked it through. I definitely did. Yes? Yeah. Granny just loves me to bits, you know, and we spoke for ages. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got an appointment with, the Curatorium of Secrets, that's it. So, without further ado, I'll be getting a move on. See you! Bye! Wow! They look just like deer antlers.
I bet they are. Just like us Frost Moon Scions.
Yeah! Our Lady Moonchanter, Miss Lauma, also has a pair of really pretty antlers.
I don't fully understand what's going on, but I'm quite sure my horns and hers aren't the same thing.
I know! Miss Lauma's horns go up and yours go down. Wow! Are you also a Moonchanter, miss?
Moonchanter? Well, I don't think I am. Moonchanter? That's a foreign term to me. I think Granny once mentioned an Adeptus who is related to the moon, but I don't think they were a Moonchanter, were they? Oh, no, wait! Granny told me not to tell outsiders about Adepti. So what should I say to these kids?
But your horns are just as pretty as hers.
Miss, can you talk to animals like Miss Lauma can?
Oh, hey, my savior's here. Hey, traveler, over here. Let's skip that first. I need you to save me right now. If these kids keep asking me questions, I won't be able to hide my identity as an Adeptus for much longer.
Ina, Kari, it's good to be welcoming to our guests, but if you ask too many questions, you may come off as impolite.
Miss Lauma! Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Longhorn Miss. We asked too many questions.
Sorry. It's just that we've never seen someone from outside the Scions with horns, so...
All right. Come, Ina, Kari. You two should go home. I saw your parents on the way here. They must be worried sick searching for you.
They're searching? Oh no! It's way past dinner time!
We're dead meat. Daddy's going to scold me. Bye-bye, Miss Lauma. And bye-bye, Longhorned Miss.
Thanks for your help, Lauma. I don't know how I would have wriggled out of this otherwise. I should have stayed in the library to search for information like you advised. Didn't think I'd be ambushed the instant I stepped outside.
No need to blame yourself, Yanfei. The children are merely curious beyond their years and unaccustomed to seeing outsiders with horns. I apologize on their behalf for the discourtesy. It's fortunate that the Finches came to tell me you were surrounded by Ina and Kari. It seems my arrival proved timely.
It's all right. I should have known better.
That we are. Yanfei came to visit us Frostmoon Scions 2 days ago, saying that she wished to gather some reading materials. Since she came to study, I invited her to stay.
Lauma's been a big help. I've gleaned lots of valuable information from the Scion's library. Maybe even stuff that'll give Shinobu a surprise.
You're too kind, Yanfei. You were merely browsing our archives and writing down some of our customs. Although, I do not understand these borders of law you mentioned. As long as your time here has proven fruitful, then all is well.
The borders of law are essentially... On second thought, it's not the sort of thing where a short explanation will suffice. Once the book's done, we'll just send you a few copies. It should be clear once you read it. It's a universal law book that should be concise, engaging, informative, and easy to understand. We'll cover legal concepts as well as the regulations present in many nations.
Is that so? Well, then I look forward to reading your work, Yanfei. I believe the children will be interested too.
I promise it'll be interesting. I guess I should head back to the library and continue my transcribing for now. See you both around.
I hope our Adeptus finds what she's looking for. She told me everything on her first visit. I must admit, seeing an adeptus with horns fills me with a sense of familiarity. I listened to her many stories of Liyue's adepti, and in exchange I granted her access to our library. In that, she has thus far proved most rule-abiding. A praiseworthy virtue, I must say. Is that so? Well, that's wonderful. She did mention a certain white horse adeptus while telling me of Liyue's legends. If memory serves, our books do chronicle a divine envoy who once dwelled on the moon. Now, do not concern yourself overly with a mere flight of fancy on my part. But now that we have broached the subject, far apart though Liyue and Nodcry might be, both have always bathed in the moonlight. I pray that the people of Liyue may also be blessed by the moon, and lead lives of peace and prosperity.